dear Libra. This is your love and spirituality reading for the month of March 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are soon entering into Pisces season, so happy birthday to all Pisces out there. And I read for the sign in the order of most liked videos. And if you do hit that thumbs up button, you are truly helping my channel to flourish here on YouTube. So thank you. You can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting, donating and subscribing to my channel. I am so grateful for all of your appreciation. This is a general reading for Sun, Moon and Rising sign. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And for this reading, I used the Crystal Tarot by Elisabetta Trevisan. And I will start shuffling your cards. So, my dear Libras. Okay, when I open your card here, you have a Four of Swords and Two of Cups. So, Four of Swords is connected to Libra. It's about pause and reflection and digestion. And sometimes it can be about hibernation, or it can be someone have been ghosting you, or you have been stopped talking to someone. We also have the Two of Cups here. So, it seems that there's like a pause in a love relationship, or in a relationship that there's love. And this is the Two of Cups is it's a kind of, it shows strong connection. Okay, soulmate connection. We have the circle here, the sun and the moon, yin and yang. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light. And here we have the Nine of Cups with the Two of Cups. So there's really strong love here, even though it might be put on the back burner currently, or it might be that you are coming out of a pause and into a love relationship. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. It can also be any kind of relationship, of course, but it can also be your greatest dream. This is the Wish card, Nine of Cups. So this can be a very good time to really pray and ask and visualize the things you want in your life, because it seems like it might easier come your way at this time. Okay, the energy is like so. So I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world. And here we have the Two of Wands with the Nine of Cups. Again, there's a little bit resistance here. It's all this love, all this overflowing love. With the Two of Wands, it's someone holding back, or someone kind of maybe being stubborn in the situation, or holding a lot of self-control. So Four of Swords, Two of Wands, and these love cards is maybe there's someone being afraid of love. Maybe there's someone being afraid of expressing love or showing love. So they are holding back all this beautiful love. But when you don't share your riches, they become wasted. It just, time goes by and nothing happens. And when you don't share your riches, it's also starting to fade. Okay. But you can't force anyone to, show you love. But it's an advice to those Libras maybe holding back a little bit. There's always good reason for holding back usually, but sometimes it's fear-based, and then it's maybe better to show a little love. Okay, so I call the 6 elements, and here we have a new beginning, Ace of Pentacles with this Nine of Cups, the Wish card. So there's great chances for new beginnings, and it's spring, so this is perfect energy for spring. So, 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Libra viewers. So, I want my dear Libras to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So it feels very ready there. So we're done. Okay, so I'm just going to tune in for a few seconds to the energy of Libra and this beautiful spring month of March. For some of you watching from the southern hemisphere, we are actually going into darker times, but Yeah, we can have love then as well. Okay. So, my dear Libras, this is your future there, and this is your now there, and this is your past. So, in the past, we have a Four of Wands, and we can also see there's a lion here. So, it shows it can be a beautiful relationship that based out of love. Usually, the Four of Wands is a card again with very strong connection. It's like bonds being tied between people, but it can also show this with you acting out of self-love, building a great foundation for yourself with this beautiful Four of Wands. Four of Wands can also be marriages, it can be commitment, it can be celebrations. When we are celebrating, we have reached a certain stage. Ace of Wands, planning or having the ignition, feeling the longing. Two of Wands might be planning and waiting for the right opportunity. Three of Wands, then it's open, it's time to start to do business, communicate with the right people and put everything together. And here it has come together with the Four of Wands. So it's very beautiful, it's very stable. It's kind of the feeling where you feel home. It's not in every place or with every person you can feel home, but with certain people you can feel this feeling of home. And this is the feeling you have been creating, hopefully, in yourself in the past here, since the Four of Wands comes up. Because when you love yourself, others will love you too. You will become more mature, and your relationships will all become this stable. Okay. And this is your now. And here we have the Hierophant. So that's another card for commitment and marriage. It's a major arcana card connected to Taurus. The other one is connected to Leo. So you might be dealing with a Leo or a Taurus energy or fire, earth. Here, in this situation, it's also about culture and tradition. So things we have inherited from our parents or our ancestors. And sometimes we don't like what they did, and we want to do something else, and we rebel against this the society and the culture we're in or the traditions we have. It's typical for youth to do this, and that's kind of the hermit energy when we move away from society and into ourselves to find out what we want to keep with the old tradition, old culture, and what we want to continue celebrating. So it's a constant evolution going on here, which is depicted in the 14 Alchemist card. So what I'm seeing here might be that you are in a very stable relationship, that you have committed yourself to a relationship, a dream, a career, something that seems very prosperous for you, and might make you very happy also with the Nine of Cups and Two of Cups card. But the Two of Wands and the Four of Swords is of course a little bit worrying. We can't really feel happiness or passion to the full extent. We are keeping ourselves a little bit limited. So we won't be maybe disappointed or show too much. It's something, a little bit element of holding back there. But it might be typical for Libra because you want to keep things balanced, and maybe you don't want to throw yourself off the edge. But here we have the Judgment card. So this seems like there's a time for very big decisions, like decisions that will determine the destiny of your life. And it might have to do with a committed love relationship, with something that happens within family. It might also have to do with the house. We have the Four of Wands and the Hierophant card. It can be about house, or can also be politics, and it can be working like together with others in great context, like on a world scene, or it can be just you building an amazing home for yourself. Oh, that was my incense falling to the floor. Okay. Oh, yes. I hear a song. It's a little bit strange song. It's about the placenta falling to the floor, but it's also some flash and other things. placenta. I'll see if I remember to the floor. So it's about someone becoming a woman, or like one mother taking over the other mother's, the old mother's job. So some of you might be dealing with this with transition. Maybe you are becoming a parent with the Judgment Day here, or you are becoming a better parent to yourself. Also, that might be it. So the Taurus energy here is more masculine. It's a divine masculine, but the song is about the mother energy. So I'm a little bit confused, but we'll see. Okay, so this is your past here, and we have 7 of Cups. So it seems like you had this Four of Wands kind of situation, but it might have been a little bit tainted with the feelings of the involved people, okay? 7 of Cups is usually feelings we haven't worked through. It's things it's like our ancestral karma sometimes. Feelings that your parents weren't able to deal with will be yours when you are a teenager. Until then, you will be free. But when you become a teenager, you will carry the yoke of your forefathers, all the things that they didn't solve. You will also have to deal with the traumas of your own childhood and your own past life. So there's a lot of reasons to why teenagers are troubled. Mostly because they get this like it's like a truck coming, like ding 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 ding, and shoo, all this crap here. But it's because you're such a brave little soldier, and you are here to make a difference. So now it's your task to deal with it. See if you can do any better. It's kind of that. So it's not here to punish you, to weigh you down. It's more like, okay, these are the problems we as a community here haven't been able to solve. So we wish for you to be able to solve it for the next generation. And the more of these kind of things you are able to solve, the less will be transferred to your children or the next generation of kids here on Earth. So this can be very difficult, especially when we become happy or come into a relationship. All this kind of crap comes up, and we might feel like, well, if we don't have a relationship, we don't have any problems. But it's there all the time. It's just that when we are in relationships to others, these kind of things have a tendency to come up to surface, so they can be processed and worked through. So sometimes when we are the most happy, or should be the most happy, is when we become the most depressed and most anxious and troubled because of the 7 of Cups. But it's ancestral things, and things from your childhood. It is a minor arcana moon card. And here we have a King of Wands, so yet another Leo influence. So the Leo influence, it's about this thing, what I told you, coming to Earth with a mission to make the world a better place. Sometimes this might risen too high, like it will get to a Leo's head, being royalty, okay, thinking that they have all the answers. But here I think you have all the answers inside of you if you listen to your soul, because this is your soul essence. It might also be that you have had some kind of troubled situation, of course, with the Leo, Sagittarius, Aries person. Okay, with this there. And here we have a 10 of Cups. So even though there is troubles, there's great love. So we can see this, as I told you, when we meet a person that are kind of perfect for us, they are also perfect to heal our wounds. So all our wounds will come up to surface in that relationship, and we might think that we are going crazy, or that person is dragging out the worst in us, and etc., etc. And sometimes they do, because they might have been sent to do exactly that, to be here and to wake you in a very blunt and sometimes abusive kind of way. But this shows very beautiful love. It's just a little bit tainted by memories of the past, traumas that hasn't been healed from the past. Okay, so 10 of Cups is a kind of eternal love thing, like for the long haul, things that doesn't go away so easy. And here we have a little Knave of Wands. So Knave of Wands is messages, because in the past, in the olden days before the cell phone, we had the young people running around with messages. And this is the fire messages. So it's messages from your soul, or messages from the spirits that are picked up by your inner child. And so it comes as a longing or an urge to do something. Sometimes this can feel a little bit uncomfortable, like longing for someone intensely, or wanting to fulfill that dream, want to win a lot of money, want to build that house, want to do that, want to do this. And it's your ignition. It's so you will, kick yourself in the butt and start doing something. This might have been a message of love that comes through, but it's not ordinary love. It's soulmate kind of love, and also commitment, and maybe, let's see, moon card here. So minor arcana moon card and major arcana moon card. I think this message that you might have given to someone from your soul and from your deepest rooted kind of love might have freaked the other person out, or the other way around. Okay, so sometimes people are very scared of commitment and love and past life connection and all this, because it becomes so big and overwhelming, and people usually have a tendency to want to not deal with their crap. So when they meet a person and fall in love, and a lot of crap comes to surface, they might run away from this relationship. But here with the moon card, I'm thinking it's a little bit non-optional to actually deal with this. With the Four of Wands here, it's about your self-love. So if you want to be happy, you need to deal with this, or someone else need to deal with their deeply rooted issues, past lives, karma, old traumas. So this is like the journey of Percival going after the Holy Grail, okay? So the Holy Grail is actually found inside of you, and you need to go to enchanted forest and swim and dive in deep, terrible oceans with big predator sharks or beasts that you can't even name, okay? And that is your different fears and your different traumas, and like ancestral karma, cellular memories, things like this. So it's your subconscious. But when you are able to go through there and do this, it's like a little bit the dark night of the soul, because we need to accept how it really feels and how weak we are and vulnerable, and how we want to call for our mother and things like this. So we need to admit that we are not as strong at this point as we might have told ourselves that we were. So we need to accept that we are fragile and kind of let ourselves fall into small puddles of despair for a little while, because this is going to give the necessary attention to heal this kind of traumas. We kind of need to relive the feeling so it will be brought up to surface and be dealt with. So it might be some kind of lies going on here with these kind of Seven of Cups and the Moon. Some might be deceiving you. Maybe they deceive you that they truly love you, because there's a lot of love here. Four of Wands and Ten of Cups with this King of Wands and the Knave of Wands. Seems like there might be like difference in maturity. So it might be that you have a person that refuses to accept the love that they're feeling. They don't want to express it because they feel it makes them vulnerable. So they rather maybe put up this face of a liar and tell you, well, they don't care, and they do care. Okay, so we can see that this king here has this Seven of Cups. So they seem to anyway deal a little bit with this, because it's a minor arcana card, so it's like everyday thing that we work through. Okay, so now I'm getting upset for this, so what's this about? And pondering about this and trying to be as good as a person as possible. This person here is a little bit younger and have the or a little bit more immature and have this moon card behind them. So it's like they still need to go through this, and we can see that this person doesn't look at the moon, but actually looks back on the love. So sometimes we can think that the love relationship or loving someone else or someone loving us is going to solve all our problems. That's not the truth. This is going to solve all your problems when you go in here and, you know, deal with your crap, or this person deals with their crap. And their crap is not their fault, okay? This is just experiences that needs to be digested. It's not worse than that. So no one has done anything bad or anything that wasn't allowed. We are all here to make mistakes and to grow, but these mistakes, they cost us emotionally. So we are very fragile souls. We are like jellyfish, and we come down here on earth, and it's trauma often. There's different kind of traumas, and because we are so fragile, and we try to put up a brave face maybe, but that doesn't work. We need to accept how we feel and be able to deal with our feelings, to stay with them and nurture ourselves. Yes, and love helps. Okay, this kind of love helps. If you have someone being able to share our crap with us and see the crap we are going through, and being able to share this kind of love. This might be a father figure and the child, for example. So this might be a situation where a father needs to show their child how to deal with emotions. Instead of saying, oh, don't cry, be a man about it, you need to say, okay, how did that feel? What are you feeling now? And what are you thinking about this, what you are feeling? And really listen and let the person bravely face their feelings instead of trying to hide that they even have any. Okay. So in the past, it looks nice, it looks beautiful, it looks valuable, a little bit on the dramatic end maybe with all those emotions. And here we have an 8 of Cups, so 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups, it's the move we do when things becomes overwhelming. If we are in a quarrel and we feel very maybe unloved or attacked, or the other person doesn't understand us, we want to run from that scene and leave it and take our car or just pack our bag and like get out of there. So this is the 8 of Cups. It's when we have had enough of all these dramatic feelings and we don't want to feel like that, and we kind of blame the people around us for how they make us feel, so we run away. This is kind of an escape move. But usually this is a card to be taken serious, because it's a show that a person have really been trying. It's 8, so it's connected with the Strength card. Again, that's Leo. So you have really been trying from the bottom of your soul to try to solve this, but sometimes you can't. Like, if the other person doesn't cooperate with you, if you continue giving and giving and trying and solving and trying, and the other person doesn't, you will be deprived of all your energy. So it will just spill out like this. And that's also the reason to why we go, because we don't feel supported. So we can't handle holding all these emotions if we are not supported on the outside. So we need to be very supportive towards each other. We may not understand the other person. We might be very fearful of what they are about to do or what they are saying, but we can still try to understand, okay, how does that make you feel? What do you want to do now? How can we solve this? Do you have any idea? This is my idea. So we can try to keep ourselves cool and also try to protect both us and the other person's feelings, but without hiding the feelings. Okay. But maybe more standing up and being supportive. And if we get really scared, we can say, I get really scared with what you are saying. What do you mean? And they can maybe explain better. So maybe it's not as scary as you thought. Because someone might say, well, every time I'm with you, I'm getting this upset and this emotional. And you think, okay, so this person is going to leave me because every time they are with me, they get unhappy. And that's not what they are saying. They are confused about what is being brought up when they are with you. So it's different things. And we need to be very clear with our communication, which seems to not happen here because we have the Four of Swords here. So it seems like someone has getting sick and tired of the situation and kind of cut this cord between two people. It's not gone away, because with the Four of Swords, everything is still there. It's just we don't act upon it anymore. We just, put the lid on and say bye-bye, or we don't pick up the phone and call our father anymore because they were so difficult, or we might ignore, and just when we meet, we just change pleasantries, and we don't talk about the real things. We just keep it on a surface level. So this is a kind of natural order for these cards, because we get sick and tired and then we need to rest. So it's no mystery. Okay. And here we have a Two of Swords. So Two of Swords is also Libra. And it's about should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I. And it can also be you feeling pushed, or someone feeling pushed to do something which they don't want to, because they don't want the consequences of this. So we can see in the Osho Zen Tarot, it's a person hanging off abyss. So they are hanging with their feet here. If this is the cliff here, they're hanging with their feet here and hands here with the other cliff, and it's about to fall into the abyss here. So this is the kind of restraint this card comes with. But it's also very diplomatic, because it might be a person, for example, hanging on there for sheer life, trying to not tell to their mother-in-law how difficult they feel that it is when they come and visit, because maybe she's criticizing, or letting the children stay up too late, giving them too much candy, or toys that makes a lot of noise, or whatever. And so we are trying to be kind of tolerant, and we're trying to hold on for sheer life to not tell this thing that we really want to say, and we kind of just try to endure. And so it's very diplomatic in one way, and heroic in one way, because we are holding back all these emotions. But in this case, what we are holding back is a very passionate soulmate love. So maybe that's not the best way to do things, but if there's if we feel we have been given everything and it didn't work out, what can we do? Okay, so then we need to kind of move on and try to move on and do something else. Okay, and here we have an Ace of Wands coming underneath the Knave of Wands. So it kind of we are kind of counting down here a little bit. 8, 4, 2, 1. So half of 8 is 4, half of 4 is 2, half of 2 is 1. So we are dealing with math here, and then we are dealing with God and destiny. So it seems like there's a destiny that there needs to come, this ignition needs to come through again. Here with this Knave of Wands is kind of holding the Ace of Wands. This is earth, fire, pure earth, pure fire. This is pure fire. And the Knave of Wands is the one holding the Ace of Wands. So maybe it's like taking up the torch and start working again. And here we have the Moon card here, and this is Queen of Chalices, Queen of Cups. Both of them are Cancer. So it's about getting close to our feminine emotional body and starting to act from our empathy, starting to act from our heart, from our love center, starting to show vulnerability, and yet being so strong, because we are not afraid of our emotions. We swim around in them, and we let the shark eat us, so we can have the experience that the shark will give. So with the Queen of Cups, it might be that you want to reach out to a water sign person if you are this little Knave of Wands. If you are the King of Wands, it might be that this person have now processed their emotion. They have gone through the moon and coming out on the other end. A lot of processing being done here in silent, in retrospection. It's like a person having a wound and putting a band-aid on, and underneath that band-aid it starts to heal, and then it needs to come in a little bit more fresh air, so that's why the energy is increasing. And here it's kind of healed and it's time to start anew. It might be that you will meet someone new, or it might be someone old, because we have the moon card here, and this person might be a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces, or just a person that you love or that loves you. Okay, and the Hierophant. So it's something about, since we have a little bit immature person there, or it's just like it's your inner child, it hasn't that much experience. Here we have the Three of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Fool, Nine of Swords, Death. Okay, so I think there's something, it's someone might not have the experience that they now have. Here with this, the Fool, Six of Swords, Three of Wands, there's a totally new bravery here to maybe express something to our parents, for example, to be able to tell them how we really feel and how we appreciate all the things they have done for us, because we have kind of we are not little babies anymore that requires people to be nice towards us always. We kind of can see that they can't always be nice. They are acting from the best of their experience, and that is not always enough. But here we are grandiose or great enough to be able to stand above that and yet show love, at least with our like happiness and love and communication. And it's about this with commitment and family and tradition. And so it might be a teenager, for example, having had fallout with parents, and after a while maybe they want to return because they are now grown up and they see things from another angle, and they can forgive what the parents once did to them. So that's one scenario that I'm seeing. Okay. For others, it can be a person maybe didn't want to commit and now is kind of softening to that idea. Okay. So, and this is your future. And here we have a Two of Cups. So the 7 and 8 of Cups is turning back into the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups and 10 of Cups is both very supportive. Two of Cups is when we kind of meet, and the first years we feel that we have this certain connection. The 10 of Cups is more for the long haul. That's the kind of love that doesn't go away, maybe for 10 years or your whole life, or never. And here we have also the 10, the Wheel. So it comes with this Knave of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Wheel. So the Wheel and the Ace of Wands and Two of Cups here. I think someone will take action towards love. Maybe their love life haven't been that exciting or isn't that exciting right now, but there's spring in the air. We want to have more experiences. When the light comes back, we get happier. We're more aiming ourselves out to the world. So it seems like you might want to start a new relationship. Or an old relationship, maybe with a Cancer person. We have Cancer in both these positions and also here. Yes, okay. It might, of course, be a fire from the past as well. And here we have the Hermit. So we can see the Hermit here kind of turning back to the parent, since they did maybe teenage revolution, because not only did their parents give them a crappy attachment, they also gave them ancestral karma, so there was hell to pay here. But it doesn't seem like the person, the little Knave of Wands, was particularly aggressive in this situation. They just needed to bravely deal with this inside of themselves and come to their own conclusion of how to approach the situation. And now it seems like this person is very brave. It's a Hermit, so Hermit is usually withdrawn, a little bit like hermit crabs, which is maybe how I see Libra a little bit, like hermit crabs, that you want to be sure before you take a decision or move forward. But I feel like a certain bravery and assuredness with this, maybe specifically because it has the 10 of Cups above their head there, and both Ace of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So it feels like a very action-filled hermit crab. Maybe they are coming out of their shell today. Someone might be coming out of the wardrobe here, because we have a Knave of Wands, Ace of Wands, and Five of Cups. So it might be a situation where we fear we will become very disappointed, maybe by telling our parents who we really are, and then realize that they will never accept us, for example. So this doesn't have to be coming out in that I'm being homosexual or bisexual or whatever kind of sexual. It might be a person fearing that the person here from the past having this authority, the Four of Wands, King of Wands, Hermit, is going to make them disappointed. So this might also be why a person is like not expressing them in the first place, because maybe they fear that they can't handle disappointments. Every person can handle disappointment. It's just not pleasant, but it's no problem to handle it. We just need to learn to endure having troublesome emotions and stay with them and put up the red carpet to them and process them. Process can be just to do mindful exercises and stay with your pain as much as it's needed, year after year sometimes, because you can't see the thing that caused pain in whatever region you have pain. It might be chest pain or headache or heaviness or anxiety that's maybe in the chest region. It can be many different things, and the reason might be a great trauma that you have forgotten. So the emotions is always in proportion to the damage, but the damage might be something that is of the past. So sometimes when we are very sad, we kind of live a lot in the past, and tears are kind of memories of something that we might have loved a lot and lost. So don't make your emotions to be silly or not like out of proportion. They are never out of proportion. You just don't know the whole story. So it's fine to ignite this new beginning here, and yet being fearful and scared of being disappointed. And it might be that the Queen of Cups is very scared of being disappointed as well. And then we have an Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ten of Cups. It seems, since it's a Ten of Cups, I'm thinking that there's a soulmate reunion. People that have known each other before. Maybe not in this lifetime, but maybe in past lifetimes. It might also be, of course, in this lifetime. So it's like an old love being renewed here. And either you are the Queen of Cups or you are approaching the Queen of Cups. But it seems like the Hermit energy is kind of approaching. The Hermit Knave of Wands energy is approaching the Queen of Cups here. And this is Judgment. So it's time to make this decision. It's 20. We have 2 here as well. And 10, the Wheel of Fortune. So it's a lot of spiritual destiny cards around here. Showing that love is what matters, okay? You are here to learn to love unconditionally and also yourself. So the Ace of Cups can also be self-love, but the Two of Cups is usually relationship kind of love. Like you love someone else, they love you back. So it looks very exciting, but I feel most fear here. So I'm thinking a person feels kind of forced, like what I said with the Two of Swords, to do this action. And they are very scared that they will become disappointed. But we are here to learn unconditional love. And this seems to be the outcome, also to learn to deal with disappointments and your own feelings. If you are scared of abandonment, you might want to, the life is going to force you to practice on being abandoned until it doesn't really hit you that hard anymore. So this might be what's going to happen, that you in the end will learn to master your own emotions, not to be the master of them, but be the master of dealing with them, processing them, healing them, understanding them, communicating them, maybe inventing new words to describe your emotions. Okay. So I'm going to take cards from the notes from the universe on love and connection. First, I'm going to look into the person that Libra is in love with. What do they feel about you? Oh, God. It's a little bit many cards, maybe. Well, okay. They jumped very far for your sake, so and we have only been speaking for 40 minutes just yet, so you'll find what you seek. This is what they want to say to you. If you ever suddenly found and being loved by someone amazing, awesome, fun, and fantastic, chances are astronomical you will again. If you haven't yet found such a person, chances are astronomical you will. It's up to you, the universe. So it kind of says that don't take love for granted. Maybe this person took your love for granted, and now they kind of realize that they shouldn't have taken your love for granted. They realize that love doesn't come in wholesale packings. Okay. So that was kind of straightforward. You glow, we beam. Thanks. In case anyone should ask, your heart isn't so large because of your wings. It's your wings that are so large because of your heart. Sometimes loving so much can be pretty heavy. Thanks for all you shared, the universe. Psst. It's just another one of those nutty body algorithm things. So I'm thinking that there's someone that understands truly how much love you gave them. Okay. Or if it's, it can of course be that they want you to understand how big a love they have for you. So it can be either way, that either they see you as this person being able to love so much, or they explain that they love you broader than their own wings. Okay. So, and what would love do? Do you know why it's so easy for us in the unseen to quickly pinpoint your whereabouts? You leave behind footprints of love. Aw, the universe. The legend of Bigfoot continues. So I'm thinking this person do love you, and they seem to have very great compassion for you with these cards, and also probably have learned to know better now to value this love between you. Okay, so this is your feelings towards this unfair. So many cards. Ah, nice. Okay. Convince yourself, not others. So, Libra, you need to stop caring about what other people think and start caring about what you think. The need to clarify, explain, to justify oneself in personal relationship is always self-serving. What's important is knowing the truth about why you felt the need, because it often points to insecurities that could be dealt with in more effective ways. Hi-ho, the universe. So, yes, it's, I don't know what to say without sounding stupid. Okay, convince yourself, not others. Okay, so you are a little bit, as I said, you have a little bit trouble to maybe make up your mind because you're scared of the consequences. And when you have made up your mind, you have really pondered about things, and then you want to know, you want other people to know that you have pondered about things, that you have looked at every different angle, and this was the best thing to do, best way to do things. So you want to justify yourself and your decisions, and that's fine, I'm thinking, because communication is a great thing. But sometimes maybe you should be more sure of yourself and not explain why it's the best thing, because this might not be the best thing for the other person. Maybe better explain why it's the best thing for you, so they can get to know you better. Okay. Love doesn't have to mean near. Okay, so some are better loved at a distance, for a while anyway, and that's okay. Besides, love doesn't really know the difference. Tally-ho, the universe. And you really have been loving on a distance. It doesn't seem like you have been in love at all, just in hibernation for a while. Or you will be maybe in March, because this is in the now, but things will hit off when April comes. So maybe you are a little bit anxious because maybe there has been a breakup between you and someone that you really loved here in the past, and now you're anxious that the love is gone because there's a distance, but love doesn't have to mean near. Okay, so it's not only about being right. In all tests of character, when two viewpoints are pitted against each other in the final analysis, the thing that will strike you the most is not who was right or wrong, strong or weak, wise or foolish, but who went the greater length in considering the other's perspective. Don't you agree? The universe. So, yes, okay. So if you have been, maybe you have been judging someone with the Two of Swords and the Judgment card, the moon there. Maybe you have judged someone harshly from your perspective of moral, and they have fallen short, and you wish them to know that. But maybe it could be a better thing if you could we see here, if you could maybe be the bigger person and kind of say, okay, I know we both did wrong, but I want to apologize for my part in it. And then hopefully also the other person will, admit to having done something also. So you won't be having to be the only one turning the other cheek here. But it seems like this can be an option for you to actually turn the other cheek in this situation and show universe how much you have grown. And some of you will, of course, will be offended by this because you have been dealing maybe with someone that was like the boyfriend or girlfriend from hell, and you don't want to apologize, and that's fine. Okay, you decide. This is not a channel where I tell you what to do. I'm only the transmission gadget that kind of try to interpret the cards the best way I can. So it seems like it's a very lovely reading, but it seems like maybe there has been a lot of misunderstandings in a relationship where there's a lot of love, and it might be that you have gotten over this old love and going to meet someone new, or the new old love is going to be reconciled, and it seems to be from the person that needs to do the ignition is the person that didn't want to approach their feelings before. So that person that couldn't admit to their feelings is the one that needs to be the one to take the leap of faith and communicate. Okay, maybe that could be the take the leap of faith and communicate can be the I will write that down because I will forget. Take the leap of faith and communicate. It's almost rhyming. Okay, it's almost a rhyme. I'm also hearing some song. It's run for cover. Someone is wanting to run for cover, and they are very sad being without you, Libra. So this might be a message from the person that wasn't able to express their love before, that they are very scared, wants to run for cover, doesn't want to face their difficult feelings here. But then without you here, maybe they get bored and sad maybe, and maybe they realize that how much you were worth to them. Okay, so my dear Libras, I hope that helped. I want you to take really, really good care, and if you ever need, no, I don't mean that. I also want to welcome you back to my April Fool's reading. No, I'm just kidding. That I will be performing in the middle of March. And I'll also keep your eye out for my pick a card readings that I will sprinkle now and then. Okay, bye-bye.